evening. Say hi, guys.
Hi. Hi, guys.
Hi guys.
We're here at the old parish church of King Edward. This parish church dates back to the year 800. It's one of the oldest churches here in Moray, and it's got some very old graves in it. We're just going to have a little walk around, a little bit of an investigation here, see what we're getting. Old parish Kirk of King Edward. So it's not a very big graveyard, and obviously this wasn't a very big parish church, because it was a small parish, to be honest. It's the old bell tower, which is actually, when you look at it, it's actually quite elaborate, the way it's made.
Yeah, the bell's still on top.
Yeah. That looks of a younger date. Can you please repeat that? If somebody knocks the door now, I'll be amazed.
Always know there's someone in there.
So I guess this was a later edition, that was built later.
Yeah, it's understandable.
So what have we got here? 1850, 1862. The gravestones that are flat on the ground are obviously much older. 1831. Usual problem, quite withered. We've got a grave with a traditional bell. Skull and crossbones.
Yeah.
Overseer at Balchas for up to 40 years. Died much respected, 1869.
Cool.
That looks like an interesting gravestone. What's in there? Look, that must have been an old door here. It's been bricked up.
There's a little two plaque. This door's not big.
Oh yeah. Don't know if that is visible in the video.
Three actually, it might be four because there might be one there.
So it's like a
There's one there.
like a private grave, really.
1600 years ago? Yeah, possibly. Look, Dad, it's a midget door.
Can you
Oh, it is.
identify that?
Jaw, no.
Any year that is noticeable? John
I thought it said John, but I don't think
Urquhart. John Urquhart. Actually, the Urquhart family had a castle nearby. So that is actually not surprising that this is actually from the Urquhart family. Hopefully, we might be able to get into Urquhart Castle at some point, into this, no, not Urquhart Castle, but into this castle where the Urquhart family lives. Tristan, Robert, you get the K2 started? See if you got any hits up here. Let's have a look at that gravestone over here, that looks really interesting.
The square one by any chance?
Yeah.
Yeah. That wasn't my shoe.
That's really strange. Look, this looks like qui, obit, for die. That looks Latin, if you ask me. It's certainly very strangely written. Si semper fidelis. Si semper fidelis. No idea. You see a year anywhere?
That's what I'm trying to find.
Aprilis Anno Domini 1702.
There you go.
Wow, that is an old gravestone. And now, tell me if I'm right or wrong, but that looks a little bit like the cross of the Knight Templars.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you think? That looks a bit like a Knight Templar cross. 1702. You wanna try walk around the dowsing rod, see if it points you anywhere?
When were the Crusades again?
Say again?
When were the Crusades again?
Crusades, oh, that was 1400s, wasn't it? That was a long time before that.
Yeah, that's what
So here we've got, oh yeah, the Urquhart family. William Pollard Urquhart, ordinary seaman, HMS Backhand, formerly Captain, Royal Army Service Corps, 20th November 1940. 4th Laird of Craigston, died in active service in this Third War. Interesting that they talk about the Third War. I wonder what they refer to as the First War then, if this was the third one. In his Third War, so age 61, so that would be First World War, Second World War, probably, God knows. Bruce Urquhart, 9th Laird of Craigston. Interestingly enough, I've been to Craigston Castle this week, which is an absolutely beautiful castle not far from here. And I'm going to pay them a visit again next week to see if I'm going to meet the Laird. Because to be honest, it would be a fantastic castle to go into and have a look around. Built in 1607 and been in the family most of the time.
Was this one of the places that last time you saw as well?
Tristan, if you get any hits, just give me a shout, okay?
Here.
There?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's have a look. Did it come towards you or was it static? Okay, shall we try yes and no?
So the dowsing rod's working away, so we're going to ask yes and no questions. If you open up, it means yes, and if you close them, it means no.
Do you understand that? Thank you. We're going to ask you 3 test questions just to see that you understand how to work them. Is today Christmas Day? Are there 3 males right now, right here? Are there any children about? Thank you. You obviously know how to work this. So you're here for some reason that we don't understand yet. Would you like to explain to us why you're here? Is that okay to tell us why you're here? No. Is your body interned in this graveyard? No. Is somebody you know lying on this graveyard? Is it switched on?
Yep.
Okay. Yes.
Just need redone.
Do you come here to visit the grave of the person that you know?
Is this the grave here that we found? Hey Dad, there's gonna be another one of those.
Is this one of your ancestors? Is this one of your children or your descendants?
So it's someone.
Was that a family friend?
But it was somebody you knew when you were alive. Was it somebody you were close to? Were you in love with this person?
Was it just one of your friends?
Do you want us to clean and clear up the gravestone? Shall we just leave the two of you in peace? Okay, we respect that.
Well,
And there are a lot of really old graves here. I mean, all these flat gravestones, they are ancient. They're normally 17th century or thereabout. So there's a lot of really old graves here.
I find that one very interesting.
Which one? That one?
It's very unique.
Oh yeah, there's something written on it. I can see it.
Say what?
There's something written on it there. Well, it's nearly gone. So I have a feeling that I wonder if they built something over it to protect it, or if that was maybe part of a bigger memorial. Alex, you want to try to walk around with the dowsing rods, see if you pick up anything? This area here.
Judging by the shape of it, I would have just said maybe there was, one of those stone corpses just lying there,
Those little.
which is now gone, like a statuette.
Now,
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
it looks like somebody dug there.
I actually twisted my ankle walking over there because I hit one of the bloody holes next to it.
It's really weird, isn't it? The way it looks.
Yeah.
I mean,
Great,
that-
a huge swarm of midges.
done by animals?
I don't know. Looks too flat to be animals, to be fair. Oh, the smell is killing me, man. I swear. Horrible.
That's pretty much what I had in energy last time, but it didn't move. It was just static energy. Now this is interesting because we've got a gravestone here.
Other side.
Exactly, it's been written on both sides. One of the siblings. So we've got a gravestone here where,
Too many people.
yeah, it's been written. No, there's space underneath.
Never mind. Yeah.
Erected by William Manson, farmer, hometown, Muirtown, to memory of his spouse, Anne. Adam. Can you ask if anybody who's there would come forward or see if it's static? Because I have a feeling it's a static energy.
If there's anything here, can you please come towards me?
Yeah, it's like a memory, like a static energy, isn't it? Try the area by the church. That's what I had a really good hit last time. 1809, 1792, Mason and Macduff. I've got here Mackey in Gardenston, erected to the memory of his brother William Mackey, sometime in Corriforby, departed this life 1786 at the age of 38. Now slain by death, who spared none. 1 second. And lies so low, nearby the stone, like care to read, you shall see, as I am now, so shall you be. Rotting in dark and silent dust, prepare for death, for die ye must. Life is uncertain, death is sure. Sin is the wound, and Christ the cure. Alright, now that's some sort of interesting. The grave will be make as all alike and loved with the ground. And this is a really unusual grave, I must say, about the things that are written on it. It's really highly unusual. So it's a wonderful graveyard, really old and quite unusual. Many of the things here. James Wilson.
Static as well.
Static as well, another memory, another emotion that is attached. Anything in that area especially?
I was just going to go around here.
Okay, I mean, especially that area would be interesting because that's where me and Greg picked up something last time. The washing peg.
Yeah.
Is it? Okay, go again.
Why there's a grave right
I mean, we know that graves often have memories and emotions
I know
attached
what
to
is.
it.
The tire has an attachment.
Well, let's hope not. The evil tire.
There's anything in front of me. Can you please come forward?
Yes, you're always not in flight mode. I guess this might well be of the Urquhart family.
Someone's running away from the oaks.
Is it moving about?
It's goose chase. Again.
Can you be so kind and just stop for a second? Just stand still for a moment so we can stop playing chases. Are you a child?
That's what I was thinking. Little kid running around.
Playing chases with us. Wouldn't be the first time.
Oh dang, here we go again.
That's a good point, Alex. I think you might just be scaring the person because you're so
No, I mean, we've seen that before.
advertiser friendly. Stop right there.
Right, let me try it.
Criminal scum.
Let me try it. See if it does the same for me.
I knew that was coming. Oh damn, here we go again.
Just the same thing.
Zoomer enhanced cliche. Stop.
Here we are. Caught ya. Caught ya. Tagged ya. Can you please come forward to me? Because I tagged you. I caught you. Very hesitant. Come on, don't be afraid.
I feel like it's more of a fear kind of thing.
Are you afraid of us? You don't have to be afraid of us. We're really friendly people, and we come here to communicate with the likes of you. And sometimes we come to help. So don't be afraid. You can come close to any of us, whoever you like most. Go to the person that you find you like the most.
Oh?
Got a hit?
Tristan, what you didn't
Can
see.
you just hold it so Robert can see it?
You'll have to turn it around. Oh yeah, hello.
So we've got some nice hits on the K2. So the thing you see in Robert's hand is basically something that,
Alex's?
in Alex's hand, is basically something that could measure your energy. So it is Tristan you like most apparently. Now you probably saw us using the dowsing rods to answer yes and no questions. Did you see that? Thank you. So you know how to use the dowsing rods. Does Tristan remind you of anyone? Right, let's just find out first. Are you a woman? Thank you. So if Tristan reminds you of someone, does it remind you of a family member? Does he remind you of a brother that you had? So can you tell me why you're here? Are you here because some of your family are buried in this place and you come to visit them? Now can you do me a big favor? If I give the dowsing rods to Tristan, can you show Tristan the grave where your family is buried? Thank you. Is it this one here? Now, just for the record, the first time I've been here, I was here with Greg from Scottish Paranormal, and I picked up an energy over there, also a female,
It was a frog.
and I asked her to lead me to the grave where his family is lying, or her family is lying. And this is exactly the grave she led me to last time. So yeah, that just to me is more than enough proof that it is the same spirit, because we have the same result again like last time, which is absolutely fantastic. Right. Shall we call it a day here? We're going to leave you in peace now. And we're going to be moving on to King Edward Castle now.